everyone, thank you for watching. And today's video is just going to be a fun one. I'm going to be chatting about makeup products that I can live without. I feel like we get a lot of videos about like holy grail products we can't live without, our favorite products, etc. And the other day I was in a conversation with someone and I just mentioned I can live without that, and I thought, what else can I live without? That was kind of a funny thing to say. So I started going through my collection and looking at different products, and I just have a couple here to go over. Products that I still like, I still use in my collection, but if I didn't have them anymore, if they were to be discontinued, the entire makeup product was to be discontinued, like I would probably still be able to keep on keeping on, you know what I'm saying? Now keep in mind, this video is just in fun. This is just a lighthearted video, because do we need makeup to live? No. so let's not get too serious here. Just supposed to be a fun one. Again, I just have a couple products to go over, so why don't we go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so the first item that I'm going to mention is the one that I was talking with someone about, and that's kind of what sparked this video idea, and that is eye primers. So again, I like eye primers, I use eye primers, but I can live without them because a lot of times I just use my concealer as an eye primer. I can't tell you how many trips I've gone on out of town, whether it be an hour away, whether it be I took a plane ride somewhere and I have forgotten my eyelid primer, and I wasn't like, oh no, I need to run to the nearest Ulta to pick me up an eye primer, because what am I gonna do? An eyeshadow primer, you know what I'm saying. So I just grabbed a couple of random ones out here. This one here is from Revlon that I've been trying. This one is from Manna Kadar that I've had for a while, but like I said, I can just use concealers for this task. I know not everybody can. You know, when I've talked about eyelid primers in the past, some people need very specific eyelid primers because your eyelids are very oily, or maybe that they're very dry. Mine are just kind of normal, I guess I would say. Sometimes, because I can get dry, sometimes I notice my eyelids getting dry and a little bit flaky, but not very often. And usually if I just make sure that I'm doing well on like my eye gels and all of that, it goes away pretty quickly. So I can get away with using a concealer as an eye primer. So if someone were to come in, raid my makeup collection, and only steal my eyelid primers, I would be okay. I would keep on keeping on. Alrighty, so next up is some eyeshadow palettes, but specific eyeshadow palettes, and that is all shimmer palettes. I really don't feel like I need to purchase all shimmer eyeshadow palettes because I just don't reach for them enough. I just don't get enough use out of them. And again, makeup in general is all very, very personal. I'm sure there are people who absolutely love all shimmer palettes. That's what you continually buy, that's what you want to wear, and that's fantastic. Just for me personally, I find myself not reaching into them as much. This palette here is the one from Urban Decay, and it was their last year holiday release. So interesting packaging here, but you have a very large palette here with all these different shimmer shades, and this is a beautiful palette. I really like it. I gave it very high praise when it released, and I still find myself just barely reaching in for it because I'm someone that either is going for an all matte palette, or I'm going for something that has a little bit of a mixture between the matte and shimmers. I also grabbed out the palette here from Dose of Colors, the Desi x Katy collaboration that they did. They have these 4 little shimmer shades in here, and again, I just don't reach for these types of palettes a lot, so I try not to purchase a lot of them. Sometimes there's all shimmer palettes that really catch my attention and I really think about it, but I'm like, no, you don't. You know that you don't need that, and you don't reach for it a lot. Like, don't do it, girl. Sometimes it's hard though. I'm telling you, sometimes it's hard. Okay, so next up, this might surprise some people, and I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be like, no, I cannot live without that. But for me, I honestly think that I could, and that is lip liners. So I've been getting into lip liners a little bit more the past few months, I would say, but I truly do believe, again, if someone were to come in and raid my entire makeup collection and only take my lip liners, I wouldn't immediately go out and repurchase them. I don't know if I would feel the need to. I used to like lip liners quite a bit. The MAC, I just pulled out a MAC and a Colourpop here for reference, but the MAC Whirl Lip Liner was one of my first ever purchases from MAC Cosmetics. I purchased Whirl, and I also purchased a MAC Fix Plus, and I just thought I was like the bomb diggity because everybody on YouTube especially use those 2 products. I was always seeing everybody use MAC Whirl, and I was like, I definitely need that. Now, I do like lip liners because sometimes I can fill in my lips with a lip liner and I like the way that it looks, and I don't even need to use lipstick. But I really don't do that very often. I very rarely am like lining my lips. It's just a step that I just don't reach for a lot. So like truly, honestly, if I'm thinking about it, Do I need a ton of lip liners in my collection? No. Do I have a ton of lip liners in my collection? Well, that's for me to know. Okay. Alrighty, so moving on. What do I want to talk about next? Okay, so next up, this product here, this came as I was like looking around my collection, like what is it that you can really live without? And again, these aren't products that I dislike. These are products that I like, products that I use, but like beauty oils, beauty elixirs, I could live without these for sure. So this one here is the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir. I have used this like crazy. This one here is from Kevyn. This is the Neo Elixir, the Weightless Beauty Oil. I really do like these. I find myself especially using oils a lot in the winter time. I like mixing them with foundations, putting them on before my foundations, especially if I'm using a mattifying foundation. A lot of times I'll come in with oils, but honestly, I don't need to. It's a step I don't have to take. I can use a really good primer beforehand. I could use a moisturizer beforehand. You know, there's a lot of different things that I could do. So again, while I still like these products and I'm still going to continue to use these, both of these, I'll probably, like one day I'm going to get through the Farsali. One day it's going to happen, and this was a pricey little penny, but again, it's just something that I don't need. I just like having it around, you know? So next up, again, I feel like some people are going to need this in their collection, but for me it is blush palettes. Now when I was thinking about blush palettes, I was really thinking about like the really large blush palettes. I mean, I'm talking like maybe like minimum 4 shades or more, but you know, there's blush palettes that I've owned in the past that have had 6, 8, 10 blushes in there, and I've pretty much decluttered every single one of them out of my collection because I just find myself not reaching for them. I don't have a use for them. I don't need giant blush palettes. One that I mentioned here, this should have gone up in my regrets video, products that I regret buying. I am pre-filming very far in advance. I have no idea when this particular video is going up. Oh, I'm all over the place, but I am going on vacation, so I do want to make sure I have my videos up. But this one in my products that I regret buying video, it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio. This one is in Pool Party. I think another reason why I'm upset with myself that I purchased it is because it's not that I'm not a fan of blush and that I don't wear blush, but I think blush in general was too much of a stretch for me to say that I could live without, because I like it. Like, do I need it? No, but I really do like, I didn't want to just eliminate blush altogether because it's still a step that I like to take. So that's how I settled on blush palettes. So for me, even though I got this on sale, I'm like, why did you do that? You don't reach for your blush palettes. Like, and when I'm traveling, I'm typically taking like my little mini blushes with me. I'm not taking a giant blush palette because I'm taking a face palette that has a blush in it, or I'm taking big old eyeshadow palettes, or multiple eyeshadow palettes. So like, why do I do that? This one here is from Morphe. Again, these are really nice blush palettes. I gave them high praise when they came out with them too. But again, I'm just not reaching into them. The one like honorable mention that I'll say here is these are only duos. These are from Jouer. I've been talking these up like crazy. This one is in Coquette. I really do like these, and again, just a duo, so there's the 2 shades in here. I'm typically always mixing these 2 shades together as well, so I feel like this is the one that like got a hall pass for this. That's why I'm saying like larger blush palettes, I can definitely live without those. So next up, another lip product, and this is a very pretty like specific lip product, but it's purple lipsticks. I could live without purple lipsticks in my life, and I was going through my collection and I really only found these 2. I feel like I maybe have a third somewhere. 4th is probably stretching it, but purple lips I could do without. I'm definitely much more of like a nude lover. I enjoy my pinks. I can reach for a red every now and then, but like purple lipsticks, I don't feel confident when I wear a purple lipstick, and there's so many people who wear purple lips and they just pull them off and it looks completely like natural and like natural, but like it looks normal, it looks good on them, and I'm like, dang, I wish I could pull that off. But when I wear purple lips, I feel like there's just something screaming at me like, something's wrong here, something's wrong here. Not right. And I'm just like, oh, I don't feel confident in myself when I wear purple lipsticks. This one here is from Urban Decay. I believe this one was a collaboration with Chris and Leanne. It's in Cloud 9. One of their comfort mattes, which I really enjoy the formula, but I just feel like I can't pull up the lip color. This one you might have seen me wear in some of my YouTube videos. I have worn this in the past. It's one of the NYX Liquid Suedes, and this one is in Sway, but again, I just feel like it just comes back to the confidence thing, and you know, other people can't tell you to feel confident if you don't feel that in yourself. You know, it's a personal feeling, confidence is. And the very last product that I can live without is highlighter. Okay, a very specific highlighter. You guys know that I can't live without highlight. I mean, hello. But colorful highlighters. I can live without colorful highlighters. Now, I did just do a highlight collection Declutter, so I'll have that link down below if you missed it. But you probably saw in my collection, there's a lot of like champagne and pearl and just like light colors in there, some pinks in there. Like pinks are the only one that I would say would maybe fall under the colorful category, like Pillow Talk and things like that. But to me, that just looks so much more natural. You know, maybe it's because of my skin tone, but I just feel like I can pull off the light pinky highlights so well. But I'm talking more like colorful shades. Like this one here is from Becca Cosmetics. This is in Prismatic Amethyst. This is more of kind of like that purple shade, if you can see it there. It is really dark outside. It's been storming all day, but I really wanted to get this filmed since, like I said, I'm gonna be gone. So I was really hoping the storm would move out so I'd feel comfortable filming in front of my window, and it did. This one here is from JCAT Beauty. It is one of their You Glow Girl highlights. This one is in Bella Rose. And again, these are just, I don't know, they both kind of have just like a little shift to them with some purple in there. And like I can do without these. You know, like blue highlights, mostly like blue highlights, purple highlights, almost like I've seen highlights with a bit of like green in them. Like those I can live without. I'm very kind of, I have my ways when it comes to the highlights. I have the Natasha Denona on today, the Super Glow highlight. So I'm very in my ways when it comes to my highlights. And even though I like these, you know, I just decluttered my collection. These, you know, stayed around. I like these and I'll wear them sometimes, but they're not my most reach for highlights. They're not what I'm continually, you know, always reaching for. So I thought that I could include them in today's video. But after that, that is going to do it for products I can live without. Okay, so that is going to do it for today's video, talking over some products that I could live without. I would love to know, what are some products that you think that you can live without in your makeup collection? Again, just a lighthearted video. Let's not take it too seriously. I know, but I would love to know some of yours in the comments down below. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit different, but again, I said those words the other day and I just thought I would run with this video idea. So let me know what you thought of it down below. If you'd want to see other people do it, let us know too. But other than that, if you guys did enjoy this one, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video.